gotten into Indiana. Yeah, listen to Maggie. That's how great this road is. Doesn't matter what side you're on. And what really makes it special is they charge us to actually drive on this road. All right, Indiana, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have picked on your roads. No sooner picked on the roads and look at the backup that we're in. We're 12 miles from the exit that we need. I apologize. Hey guys, we're coming to you from Wisconsin.
That's right. We are out practicing our full-time RV living, and it's kind of exciting.
Yeah. We're loving this so far.
Yeah, we're having fun so far.
Now, we got off to a late start with our practice because we live by Murphy's Law.
Yes, we do.
We were supposed to be at Jayco on September 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the company that makes the frame for the slide floor that had to be replaced got it to the company who puts the floor on the frame late, so Jayco didn't have it in time.
That's right.
That's just the way that we roll. Now, for anyone new to the channel, click right here. It'll bring you right to a video explaining what we're talking about.
Yes.
Now, moving on, we left New Hampshire on September 12th with the intention of taking our time to get out to Jayco's. We didn't have to be there till I think it was the 17th. I think that's what the Monday was.
Yeah, it was a Monday.
So the first night, we went all the way to our favorite Walmart campground in Batavia, New York.
We love that Walmart. It doesn't have that warehouse feel to it.
Yeah, it's just everybody is nice and pleasant, and it's clean. So to the management of that Walmart in Batavia, thumbs up, and to all the employees too. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to the second night.
We stayed at Kinsey Lakes Campground in Jefferson, Ohio.
Really a nice campground.
Mm-hmm.
But we were going to stay 2 nights, but because when we found out we would have no internet at our site, we tried to get a video out to you guys every Sunday morning, and that just wasn't going to work. So after the first night, we took off to Jayco. We arrived there on Friday the 14th. We spent the weekend. We got the video up and ready to go.
Yep.
Now, Monday morning, we had to leave Maggie in the competent hands of factory service.
Yes.
And we took off to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yes, we did.
So, let the video pick it up here.
How pretty the water is.
Pretty cool. So, welcome to the Mackinac Bridge, going to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Now, I know if you look at the way it's spelled, it's Mackinac. But up here, all the locals call it Mackinac. So, that's what we're going to call it. Now, this is the 5th longest suspension bridge in the world, and it is the longest in the Western Hemisphere. The total length, 26,372 feet. It's just shy of 5 miles. We are currently experiencing a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit due to high winds crossing, so I'd rather be in the Jeep than in that camper in front of us. Now, the deck at the center of the bridge, that can actually move 35 feet to the east or to the west in extreme wind conditions. And I'm not really that worried about it. You know why, hon?
Why?
Because there are 4,851,700 rivets holding this together.
Wow. That's a lot of rivets.
That's a lot of rivets.
What you doing, babe?
Well, it's been a while, but this is the 4th Great Lake. This is Huron. We have one left, Lake Superior. And we are in the Upper Peninsula, so we will have all 5 of my samples that I've been looking for.
The water is beautiful here. It was a beautiful ride over the Mackinac Bridge.
Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Cheryl and I are in Sault Ste. Marie, the very, very tippity top. You really can't go much further if you're going out to the St. Mary's River, and then it's, well, Canada. What you're looking at there is City Hall. Now, the reason we're showing you that is back in 1668, there was a wooden church there. It was the first permanent wooden building ever built in the state of Michigan. Our sole purpose for coming to the Upper Peninsula was because back in the 80s, I saw a map with the Great Lakes on it and thought, I'd like to go get a sample from all those lakes and put them in a display case. So that's what we're doing. But while we're here, we're going to show you the famous Soo Locks. All right, so welcome to Canal Park. They have the Soo Locks on the St. Mary's Fall Canal. Let's go see if we can't see a freighter coming through. All right, so you're probably wondering, what are Soo Locks and what are their purpose? Now, Lake Superior is actually 21 feet higher than Lake Huron. And before the locks, the only connection Lake Superior had to the rest of the Great Lakes was through the St. Mary's Rapids, which made it impossible for a vessel with goods to get past the rapids. Now, looking at this photo from the visitor center, it gives you an aerial view of all of the locks. The 2 locks that are currently being used are the Macarthur Lock, which can hold vessels up to 800 feet long and 80 feet wide, and the Po, which can hold vessels up to 1,200 feet long and 110 feet wide. All right, guys, so the way the locks work is on the Superior side, you see a freighter there waiting to go into the locks. Now, down here is the filling valve, and over here is the emptying valve. You can see the filling valve's open and the emptying valve is closed. Gravity causes the water in Lake Superior to fill the void inside the lock. All right, let's show you an example of how this works, only in the reverse direction. See this tour boat? The water level in the lock is the same level as Lake Huron right now, so the lower gate's open to let the boat in. Once the boat's in, it gets tied off to one side. Notice how the roof of the tour boat is lower than the deck of the lock. Once the boat's tied off, the lower gate closes. At this point, the emptying valve is closed and the filling valve opens. You can see that by the circular patterns right there in the water. Just like in the diagram, Lake Superior fills the void in the lock and raises the boat to its level. Check it out. Remember when the tour boat's roof was below the deck of the lock? All that's left now is to just untie the boat, open the upper gates, and send the boat on its way. On a side note, it's free to use the locks for any vessel. And it's free to come watch them go through too. And the freight line is super cool to see. Now, all those rail cars over there, we believe they contain iron ore, which is used to make steel. And they dump everything that's in that into these chutes, which they then drop down to go into the freighter. So in order to get our vantage point, we got to climb out on these rocks into the middle of this aisle. Praying that we didn't fall, break a leg, fall in the water. Hey, Doodle. And we're gonna have to walk all the way back. But you know what? It was so worth it. This is cool.
Number 5, Lake Superior. We're done. Now all I gotta do is build the display case.
I know in one of our last videos we told you we were going to be going to Santa Claus, Indiana, and we are. It's just right now, we've run across Christmas, Michigan.
Can we go, please? Please?
Sure, we can go. Santa Claus. Let's see what else Christmas has in its town, shall we? They have the Kawatan Christmas Casino, along with Santa himself.
Yay, Santa!
And I think that's Frosty over there. Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, we did lose some money in this casino, so if you find it, we'd appreciate it if you'd send it to us. Wonder what's down here.
Let's go see.
There doesn't seem to be anything down here. Except, of course, for our lighthouse.
In the woods.
In the woods. That's just different. It did once have electricity, but those days are long gone. And it is locked, so we cannot get in. Let's take a walk around and see what we can see. Shot of the back side. Now, I did look through one of these windows, and I could see a sign that said Tower Tour Rates, which means apparently at one time they charged you to come in here.
What you got there, babe?
I did a little research on this lighthouse, which seems to be in the middle of the woods. It was known as the Bay Furnace Light of the Grand Island Harbor Range Light. You know how I know that?
How?
Because of the geocache here. It was conveniently hidden. Well, it was kind of cool hidden is what I should say. So we're not going to show you that, but...
Very unique.
Very unique. That's a good one. So we're going to do what we do and get back to the video. Alright guys, today we're in Lance, Michigan, and we will be headed to Michigan's high point, headed down this way to Mount Avron. Oh, those are kind of pretty. Congratulations, you've reached Michigan's highest point. Well, Cheryl and I have. We just took you guys along with us. We're going to sign the logbook, take a little break, and then drive back down. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed our tour of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We were on a tight time schedule because we dropped Maggie off. We're going to have to pick her back up, so we had like 3.5 days. But we did 1,466 miles. We went from Middlebury all the way up and around, and then back to Middlebury. That was just crazy.
Yeah, and who knew there was a Christmas Michigan? I mean, we just stumbled upon that.
Yeah, that's one of the things we like about just out driving around. We find stuff we didn't even know was there. Like a lighthouse in the middle of a forest. Mm-hmm. That was cool, too.
Yep.
We got Michigan's high point. And on that, we got a shout-out going to Dave. What's going on, Dave? Dave got a hold of us because we drove by him on our way up to the high point. That's the second time someone recognized our Jeep in Michigan, and that's just it's kind of humbling to tell you the truth. I mean, we're in a little state of New Hampshire, and I mean, we put videos out, and we're in Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, and people know who we are from our Jeep. I mean,
people from Michigan are watching our videos.
Yeah, that's really cool. So we thank everyone who watches our videos, and especially thanks to all of our subscribers. We so appreciate it. But other than that,
I think that's the end of this episode.
Yes, this episode 1 of our full-time practice run. So, we're still in Wisconsin. Next week, well, not going to tell you what's happening in the next video because it's not all done yet.
That's right, we haven't finished our adventure.
But if you like this video, we'd appreciate the thumbs up. And as always, the little red box down there, it's the subscribe button. Knock yourself out. Feel free to comment and share this video.
Right down below.
Because until we make another one, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Cheryl.
We're Get Gone With Us.
Bye.
See ya.